Jill St. John is an American actress. She is perhaps best known for her role as Bond girl Tiffany Case in Diamonds Are Forever. Early life: St. John was born Jill Arlyn Oppenheim in Los Angeles, California, the daughter of Betty and Edward Oppenheim, a prosperous restaurant owner. As a young girl, St. John was a member of the Children's Ballet Company with Natalie Wood and Stephanie Powers. She attended Powers Professional School and received her high school diploma from Hollywood Professional School in the spring of 1955 at age 14. At 15, St. John enrolled at UCLA's Extension School. Career: a stage mother, Betty Oppenheim changed Jill's last name to the more Hollywood-sounding St. John during her childhood. St. John began acting on radio at age 6, and in December 1949, at age 9, she made her screen debut in the first full-length made-for-TV movie, a production of A Christmas Carol. At age 11, she appeared in 2 episodes of The George Burns and Gracie Allen Show. In 1957, at age 16, Universal Pictures signed St. John to a contract. Her major studio film debut was in Summer Love starring John Saxon. She went on to appear in The Remarkable Mr. Pennypacker, Holiday for Lovers, The Lost World, The Roman Spring of Mrs. Stone, Tender as the Night, Who's Been Sleeping in My Bed, and Honeymoon Hotel. St. John received a Golden Globe Award nomination as Best Actress a Motion Picture Musical or Comedy for her performance in the 1963 film Come Blow Your Horn, where she starred opposite Frank Sinatra. She would later co-star with Sinatra in the 1967 detective drama Tony Rome. Other films from this period in her career included Who's Minding the Store? With Jerry Lewis, The Liquidator with Rod Taylor, and The Oscar with Stephen Boyd. In 1964, she guest-starred with Lauren Bacall and Jason Robards, Jr. in the episode Take a Walk Through the Cemetery of Craig Stevens's CBS drama series, Mr. Broadway. St. John appeared in the first and second episodes of the television series Batman in 1966 as the Riddler's Moll, Molly. St. John's most famous role was as Tiffany Case, the Bond girl in the 1971 James Bond film Diamonds Are Forever, where she starred opposite Sean Connery. She was the first American to play a Bond girl. The following year, she starred in the crime thriller Sitting Target with Oliver Reed. During 1983 to 1984, she starred with Dennis Weaver on the short-lived CBS soap opera, Emerald Point NAS, in which she played Deanna Kincaid, Thomas Mallory's conniving former sister-in-law. Her other television credits include guest roles on Magnum, P.I., The Love Boat, Heart to Heart, Burke's Law, The Big Valley, Vega Dollar, Dempsey and Makepeace and Fantasy Island. St. John has worked on 5 movies with her husband Robert Wagner, Banning. How I Spent My Summer Vacation, Around the World in 80 Days, Something to Believe In, and The Calling. They made brief cameo appearances as themselves in Robert Altman's 1992 Hollywood satire The Player. In 1997, the couple appeared together at the end of the Yada Yada episode of the popular television sitcom Seinfeld. St. John has not acted since 2002. Cooking: in 1972, St. John largely left Hollywood behind and moved to Aspen, Colorado, where she focused on personal interests and cooking. Eventually, she parlayed this into becoming a culinary personality, appearing in monthly cooking segments on ABC TV's Good Morning America and a column in USA Weekend magazine through the 1980s. This culminated in authoring the Jill St. John Cookbook, a healthy, but not health food, collection of recipes and some anecdotes. Personal life: St. John, in addition to having a sexy screen persona, is quite intelligent in real life. She was once measured to have an IQ of 162. After she left Hollywood, St. John developed a handmade Angora sweater business, and became interested in orchid growing, skiing, hiking, river rafting, camping, and gardening. In 1987, she said, "I'm a mountain gal now. I love the outdoors and I love harvesting and using fresh vegetables and herbs." St. John has been married 4 times. Neil Dubin St. John was 16 years old when she eloped with Dubin, heir to a linen fortune, in Yuma, Arizona. St. John complained that Dubin harassed and ridiculed her. Lance Reventlow, who died in a plane crash in 1972, was the son of Barbara Hutton, heir to the F.W. Allworth fortune. Despite their divorce and subsequent remarriages, St. John refers to Reventlow as my late husband in interviews. Jack Jones, Robert Wagner. They first met in 1959 and have been a couple since February 1982. Her matron of honor at their wedding was Wagner's sister, Mary. She has 3 stepdaughters, Katie Wagner, born in 1964. Wagner's oldest child, from his marriage to Marion Marshall. Natasha Gregson, born in 1970. Daughter of Richard Gregson and Natalie Wood, but raised by Wagner and St. John after Wood drowned under suspicious circumstances in 1981. Courtney Wagner, born in 1974, Wagner's only child with Wood. Filmography: Summer Love, The Remarkable Mr. Pennypacker, Holiday for Lovers, The Lost World, The Roman Spring of Mrs. Stone. Tender as the Night, Who's Been Sleeping in My Bed. Come Blow Your Horn, Who's Minding the Store. Honeymoon Hotel, The Liquidator, The Oscar, Fame is the Name of the Game, Tony Rome, 8 on the Lam, The King's Pirate, Banning, Foreign Exchange, Diamonds Are Forever, Sitting Target, The Concrete Jungle, Rooster, The Act, Around the World in 80 Days, The Player, Out There, The Trip, The Calling. References. External links: Jill St. John at the Internet Movie Database, Jill Street John at the TCM Movie Database, Jill Street John at Yahoo! Movies.